guys. So are GHDs really worth the money? If you come here and you want the short answer, then it is yes. Go out and buy yourself one, definitely worth the money. But on the larger scope of things, they are definitely worth the money, and here is why. So in terms of the price of GHDs, it really depends on what model you get. There are professional editions which hairdressers use, which are the ones that you'll typically see at your hairdresser. There's also special edition ones which have all different patterns on it, like this one in particular. And then there's all of these regular stylers that they come out with. So there's definitely very many different ones that you can grab. However, that being said, the median price that you can expect to pay for a GHD straightener is about $250. This one here, for example, which is called the Opal Styler, is $270. So it's around that kind of price bracket that you would expect to pay for a GHD. Now that price is definitely what I would consider expensive. It's not something that I have laying around every day that I could just quickly go and spend. So I definitely would consider this expensive. That being said, it is definitely investment in your product, and I think that what you pay is what you get. So I figured I would take you guys down memory lane. So I got my first hair straightener when I was 14 years old. It was about $30. I got it from Priceline, and it lasted me 1 year. And it didn't actually die, I threw it away. The ceramic plates for some reason had this horrible burnt smell on them. Every time I would turn it on, everyone in my house would say, who's burning something? So once I got rid of that one, I started adding a GHD to all of my birthday lists and Christmas wish lists. And then finally for my 18th birthday, after asking for a GHD every single Christmas and birthday, my mum finally got me this GHD here. So this one in particular was a special edition one. I don't know if you can see, but it has a filigree pattern on it. This is it here. I got it for my 18th birthday and I'm now 23 years old. But yeah, like I said, I got this 5 years ago. I still use it every single day. And I have had absolutely no issues whatsoever with this hair straightener. Now that alone tells me that it is absolutely worth the investment. I've gotten 5 years out of this. I bet you I can get another 5 years out of this. Like, it's not going anywhere. I'm not throwing this one away. So the reason why I think GHDs are the better choice is that they are much more user friendly. They are a much better make, they are much better for your hair, and overall I just think they look so much better than any other straightener on the market. That's a bit materialistic of me, but I just think these are so much better looking than the other ones. So in terms of features, the actual design of it is very cute. Like I said, you can get very many different ones. This one in particular is the Opal, which has an iridescent shine to it. It has a blue kind of pearlescent finish to it, whereas this one has a design on it. And you can pretty much have any color that you want. My mother-in-law, for example, has a pink and orange one. So there's so many different kinds that you can get, and they're very kind of custom to your personality. But as for the actual make of them, so the actual make of them is a hard plastic, and it also has these ceramic plates, which all of those promising hair straighteners have, but these are so much better. The reason why these ceramic plates on a GHD are so much better than anything else on the market is mostly because of the make of them. They're a much better quality, and the actual shape of them, they're actually curved on the edges so that when you're straightening or even curling your hair, it doesn't snag and there's no pull. Along with the curved edge as well, they actually have a little bit of suspension in them, if that makes sense. So when you press on them and apply pressure, they actually compress and move with your hair rather than fighting against it. Then for the actual operation of it, it literally just has an on-off switch and you're ready to go. Now you might be wondering, where is the temperature gauge? Like, can you change the temperature? And no, you can't, but the GHD actually customizes it to your hair. And that's because GHD has actually chosen an optimized heat setting, which is 180 degrees. This is actually a temperature that does not damage your hair and actually improves the health of your hair, which is why they've set it to that. So like I said, it's literally just an on-off switch. So once you turn it on, it will beep like that. And there's a little LED to say that it's heating up. There we go. So that was the second beep. So that took about 15 seconds for it to heat up. Right now it's ready to go at 180 degrees. So while you're using this, it actually maintains that heat, so it's not forever going up and down in temperature. It maintains at that, which again, like I said, GHD have optimized it at that temperature because that's what's best for your hair. So it's definitely a major kind of hair safety feature that they include. On the topic of safety, actually, I should also mention that GHDs go into a sleep mode. So once it's been left on and unused for half an hour, it will actually automatically switch off. So if you're like me and you've accidentally left your straightener on in the past, this is definitely a fail-safe product, because if you do leave it on, it turns off automatically in 30 minutes. And then my final favorite thing about GHDs is this right here. Now you probably can't tell what this is, but this is actually the thing that secures your warranty. So this particular tag here, which is normally just your warning tag, it actually has a little hologram with a serial code. Now this serial code gives you 24 months warranty. And like I said, my original one has lasted me 5 years and there is no sign of it dying anytime soon. So this puppy has already paid for itself like 5 times over for the amount of times I've used it. But yeah, those are pretty much all of the features of a GHD which I think excel them in the market and really make them worth their money. So at the end of the day, if you're someone who is like me and you straighten your hair every day, or you're concerned with the quality of your hair, or if in general you just want to buy a great hair tool, you cannot compete with GHD. There is nothing in the world that competes with them. So my final verdict is, if you've ever wanted one, if you want one now, if you want one next year, if you want one for your birthday, go and get it. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I had to say about GHDs. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little review. Let me know if you own a GHD and how long it has lasted you. I want to kind of have a competition. So far mine's lasted 5 years, so let's see if anyone can beat me. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.